Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the film Lightyear. Fun fact, the character Buzz Lightyear is actually named after a very popular astronaut by the name of Buzz Aldrin. This film came out in 2022 and stars Chris Evans, Uzo Aduba, and Keke Palmer, and was directed by Angus Maclane. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Lightyear tells the story of Buzz Lightyear, who is a space ranger in Star Command who accidentally gets his crew stuck on a dangerous planet. While trying to figure out a solution to getting off this planet, he is transported 4 years into the future. He keeps trying and trying till eventually he ends up 62 years in the future and must now help save the planet and its inhabitants from the evil Zurg. Lightyear is an animated action film dealing with space exploration. It has similar vibes as Up, Toy Story, and Prometheus. In the beginning of this movie, they state that this movie is not a movie about the toy Buzz Lightyear, but instead this is a film that Andy from Toy Story saw that influenced not only that toy, but also Andy's love for the character Buzz Lightyear. I thought this was such a cool idea to show that this is a movie within a movie, which connects it back to Toy Story. I love how this film had elements that reminded you of not only the Buzz toy from Toy Story, but also the 90s when this movie within a movie would have come out. The mannerisms of Buzz in this film mirror the mannerisms of the toy version of him. Also, something small was when Buzz was plugging in the autopilot, he kind of like blew on it and then re-entered it, which is something people did while playing, for example, Nintendo 64 or Game Boys in the 90s slash early 2000s, which I think gives a hint to viewers that while some of the things in this movie are very futuristic, it was still inspired by that particular time period. Pixar always likes to include messages that resonate with viewers young and old, and I think for the older audience, this film reminds them that mistakes happen and things will not always go your way, but don't spend too much time trying to fix the past because you might miss out on the present. Buzz has growth throughout the movie, but we see that over time he misses out on so much, which is sad to see, and the worst thing is that his best friend Alicia creates a whole life and even dies, and he's not there to witness any of it. In the film, you may think it's too late for Buzz, but even though he missed out on so much, he realizes that there are some good things that came out of them being stuck on this planet that long, and even though he is in the future, he can still help them move forward. It was interesting to see that Zurg is basically what Buzz would have become if, he kept living in the past instead of understanding that it was time to move on. Speaking of Zurg, the plot twist I wasn't expecting was him being an older version of Buzz. I actually thought it was good because it was letting Buzz look into a mirror and showing him how unhealthy his obsession with the past was becoming. I feel like another message that was prevalent for kids to see in this movie, and even some adults, is that don't be afraid of who you are. Everyone is unique and has their own talent, and that's what makes them stand out. We meet a team in the future, and they aren't your ideal group to save the world, but they did it, and it was because they all had uniqueness to them that benefited them in the mission. I love how in the end he continues the Star Command program, and his new recruits are this team who isn't the most ideal, but they're the ones that helped him take down Zurg. He had the best warriors on the planet to choose from, and in the end, Buzz realized that sometimes it's the people you least expect that will surprise you. I love the animation, and the stories continue to grow over time in these Pixar films. In this movie, the animation is amazing, and one thing that really impressed me was the textures in some of the hair, especially with Alicia and Izzy, because I feel like in the past, like across different animation studios, they've had issues animating black people's hair. The story also reflects the world we live in by having a same-sex couple, and I love how they show it, but don't feel the need to over-explain it. Alicia marries a woman and they have a beautiful family, and it is what it is. And everyone hating on the same-sex couple should realize that the LGBT plus community has always been around whether you want to see it or not, and you spreading hate isn't going to make people stop loving who they love. My favorite part of this film is when Izzy, Mo, and Darby all use their skills while on the ship to save Buzz from Zurg. It was interesting to see how these skills that the people found dangerous or useless all came in handy and eventually led them to saving the rest of the people who were being attacked. It was not only funny, but it also showed how they were the perfect, people for this adventure, and that they really helped Buzz grow as well and not be so hard on himself. Lightyear is a space action movie that will make fans of the Toy Story films feel a sense of nostalgia while also excited to learn more about Buzz Lightyear. The voice cast is great and it's a very heartwarming story. If you haven't seen Lightyear, then I suggest that you watch it. Thank you for watching my video. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. If you have not subscribed, please do so you can keep up to date with more of my videos. But besides that, everyone stay safe, have fun, and to infinity and beyond.